Abdali Grammar School, Oxford Mathematics, Sets, Chapter number 14, Lecture number 5. So let's start today's lecture. So now we are going to see the definition of universal set. We know that what is a set, and now we will see a special set which is known as universal set. A set of all the elements that are under consideration for this particular situation is called as universal set. It is denoted by epsilon. Here is a symbol which we will always read as universal set. Okay. So, all the elements, all the objects of the sets that are under consideration in a specific problem came under universal set. Like if we have two sets A, B, C and other is E, F, G, H. So universal set have all the elements of both sets. Okay. So universal set is like our universe which has everything in it. So for a particular situation, every related object will become under universal set. So we will see an example, like here is a universal set which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a specific problem. So now we will see the definition of complement of a set. Let's see what is meant by complement of a set. A set of all elements in universal set but not in A set. A is here written as example. Not in A set is called complement of set A. It is denoted by A dash. We will always read as A prime. Okay. It will be written as A prime. So, what is complement of a set? All the elements of the set, universal set. All the elements of the universal set that are not in the given set are known as complement of a set. So, here is example which is if set A is 1, 2, 3 and universal set is above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the set A prime, A complement will contain all the elements of universal set which are not in set A. So, set A has only 1, 2, 3. So, in universal set we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, A prime will contain 4, 5 because these are the elements of universal set that are not in set A. Okay, that's why we have written it in prime. So, it is a complement of set A. Okay, now we can take the complement of any set. Now let's move to the questions. So the question is, if universal set equals to 1, 2, 3, so on 20, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, till 20. It will be sequence wise till 20. So if universal set have all the elements till 20, so A set contains multiple of 2, B set contains multiples of 4 and C set contains multiple of 3. So list the elements of the following. So class, firstly you have to keep in mind that in in this complete question we will talk about only the elements related to 1 to 20, because our universal set has 1 to 20 elements. Okay, that's why in this question we will talk about only 1 to 20 elements, not more than 20. So let's start. The part A is the set A. So we have to write the elements of set A. So let's start its solution. So according to the information, a set A contains multiples of 2, which means even numbers, which means all the elements that are divisible by 2 in table of 2. So from above set 1 to 20, we will list all the multiples of 2, which are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. These are the multiples of 2 from 1 to 2. Okay? Now, the next part is we have to write the elements of set B. Let's start its solution. So, watch the set B carefully. It will contains multiple of 4. So, let's see that from 1 to 20, how many are multiples of 4? So, we all know about table of 4. It will contain 4, 8, 12, 16 and after 20. Okay? So, these are the multiples of 4. Now the next part is part C. So we have to write the multiples of 3 now. So from 1 to 20, what are the multiples of 3? The multiple of 3 contains 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and till 18. We will not write 21 because it will go beyond universal set. So we have to write all the elements that are in this boundary 1 to 20. Okay, so these are the elements of set C. Now, same question we have written till part C. Now we will see the part D. So part D contains A prime, which means we have to take complement of A set now. So now class, you know about complement. What is a complement? To take a complement, we have to write all the elements of universal set that are not in given set. So here is set A. We have to write all the elements of universal set which are not in set A. So let's start its solution. In set A we have multiples of 2. So all the other elements other than multiples of 2 will contain in A prime. So it will be all odd numbers. From 1 to 20, it will contain 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19. Okay? And now the next part is B prime. Now we have to write all the elements of universal set that are not in set B. So set B contains multiple of 4. So B prime will contain all the elements of universal set other than table of 4. So it will contain 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 17, 18 and 19. Okay? So now we have understand that what is a universal set and what is complement of a set. Now let's move to the other question, which is, it is given that A is equal to -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3 and B equals to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, the question is to draw a Venn diagram to represent the set A and set B. Okay, so let's start our solution. Now class, a question will be arises in your mind that what is meant by a Venn diagram? How do we make a Venn diagram? So class, now we will see that what is a Venn diagram. Let's see it. So here we will see the both sets carefully first. A set contains A contains all the elements of set B. Set B contains 0, 1, 2, 3. Set A contains 0, 1, 2, 3, but it has some more elements which are -1 and -2. So class, here set A will act as universal set. Okay, because it contains all the elements of set B. So it will act as a universal set, and in Venn diagram we always represent universal set in a rectangular shape. So here firstly we will draw our universal set. So we will draw a rectangle and we will name it as set A. Okay, now it is our universal set which contains all the elements that are in a universal set. So this rectangle contains all the elements which are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is our set A now. So now we have to draw set B. So set B will be drawn between set A, inside set A. Okay, because it's all the elements are already in set A. So we will draw this smaller set between this bigger universal set. We will draw it in oval shape. Okay, only universal set will be represented in a rectangular shape. All the other sets will be represented by oval shape. Okay, so now set B will be represented by oval shape and it contains 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and set A has all the elements 0, 1, 2, 3 and -2, -1. Okay, so now because set B is inside set A, so we will not write these elements of set B again and again. Okay, and we will name our set as set B. Now we are done with Venn diagram. We just have to write the remaining elements of set A that are not in set B. So we will write them in rectangle which are -2 and -1. So now we have done with drawing both sets and now we have written their elements and their names. So it is your Venn diagram. Okay, hope you have understood this concept. So now thank you for watching. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel which is Abdali Grammar School Official.